Alright, and welcome back to my series on building out a portfolio website using the CSS Grid. In this video, we're going to be tackling the contact form. There's not a lot to do, so we're probably going to get around to the footer too. So this is what we want it to look like, and right now it looks nothing like that. Let's go and take a look. Right now it looks something like this, which isn't so nice. So let's actually pull XD back up and see what we need to do on this and just talk through it. So we need the name to be on top and then this underneath. Contact me should be centered in the space. We need to style what these look like a little bit, so there's a little border color on that, it's a little dark. And just each one is on its own line, and of course my send button needs to stand out, and it looks like I forgot to make a send button. So let's get rid of you, and let's make a new file. So a new file right in here in my SCSS, inside my partials, right there, contact.scss. And in my all, let's make sure we remember to import that contact. So let's save that and let's bring this up and launch my gulp process. Of course, we'll open that up in a new window, or a tab I should say, and we'll scroll back down and let's just check if this is working. Body background of red. Awesome, so it's working. Get rid of all that, close my all, and we can get to work. So the first thing I'm gonna do for my contact is we're going to @include my container, just to keep it off the sides and give myself a little space. And we'll do a text align center. No, I'm not going to do a text align center because I don't want everything to be centered. Let's give it the padding. I think I used 5M everywhere else, so I'm going to do 5M 0 just to give myself that space. I'm pretty sure that's what I used everywhere else. I'm not even going to double check. I'm pretty confident with that one. And I want only the title to be centered, so I think it'd be easier. Let's just go and double check on my index file here. Contact and my H1 and then my form. Okay, we'll just do my H1 here. H1 text align center, and we're good to go. Save. Should I give this a class? No, I'm just going to work on my form itself. Now the form itself, I don't really have anything to do. I'm just going to look at my labels. Oh, I just realized I might have made a mistake. We'll find out in a second. Let's just do it. Input display block. Okay, good. I can do that. It didn't work there. That's my input and my text area. Awesome. Okay. So my input and text area will get that so they can all line up just like that. I also have my labels. So my labels will have a margin top of 1em. These also will need a display block. There we go. They are inline elements by default, so you can't put a margin on them. And I just want to pull up my design again. That spacing look okay? That spacing doesn't look too bad. The color of these also needs to be changed. Color dark gray. That looks much better. And now I just want to format sort of what these boxes look like, right? So that's on these both. So we already have my selector there. Let's give it a little bit of padding. We'll do a padding of like 0.25em. Maybe a little bigger, 0.5em. Good. Width of, I'm going to do a width of 100%, but I'm a little scared. Width of 100%. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. Background of light gray. That's way too dark. Border of gray. Of dark gray. Border color. Or just do border 1 pixel solid gray. My light gray, do I have a different color? That's light, no, I only have my light gray. Is that light gray? That looks darker than that, doesn't it? I have my white, which is just pure white, light gray. That's all I got. Okay. So is that using light gray? It is. So what if I did a lighten light gray by, say, 20%? 10? 5. That's better. 7? Lighten's like really finicky, I find. There we go. That's more, I guess, of what I'm after, right? They need to be a lot taller. But they're still... Wow, I went really light on that. I should probably just find the color they are. And this could probably be light gray. That's more of what I was after. And I'm going to put my padding all the way up to 1.25. Probably make my font size in those bigger, actually. Let's bring this back down to like 0.75 maybe. And then my font size in this, font size can be like 1.2 rem. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Good. Why'd the length get too long now? Because my font size, my padding, did I not... Box sizing, border, box. I can't believe I didn't do that already on my website. Cool, good, 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 awesome. So that's looking pretty much what I wanted to look like. Good, good, good. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. We need a submit button, though, of course. And I'm going to need a new file for that, too. But let's just go back to my index. So here we need another input, except this one will be type submit, and the value will be equal to send, I think is what I want. We'll save that. Big send button there, and this one will also get, let's give this a class 2, class equals, we'll just call it button. And should I put, I'm going to put that in here because it's my only button. I probably should make a different thing for that, but button display block, or do I want an inline block on that? Inline block width of like 30%, margin top 1em. Should this be block or inline block? I guess it doesn't matter actually. Float, right? Should I do that? Should I just use a float? Does that make sense? Should I not use a float is the question. We just want to send it to the right side. Oh, would this work? Instead, margin left of auto would also get me the same result, but I don't have to use a float and get the annoying issues with that. And that's the whole idea with margin auto. The whole reason a margin auto left and right center something is because it's trying to, a margin auto left or right is just going to take all the available space. So when the left and the right are auto, it's equaling it out on the two sides. So that works. Background is accent. Border is none. Color is white. And I want it to be my sans serif. So it's mixin sans serif. Do I need to give it anything by default? Font size. I need to give it a font size. So that's at mixin sans serif. Font size is going to, let's start with 1 rem and see what that looks like. Not at mixin, at include. That's really small, 2. And I think I put color in here, didn't I? Color, yeah. Color white. I can't push the right key. Wait. 2.5. That looks like crap. Why does this look so much nicer? I have to fix the padding and stuff on it too. let's do that. Padding is going to be like 0.5 m top and bottom, and 2 left and right, 1.5 left and right. Boo? What? Oh no, is that this silly font problem? Inspector. Oh, I just made it way too much because I have a width. Oh, it's grabbing the width from here. Can I do width, display? So I do want to do inline block, and I want the width to be auto. Aha, okay. That works, but then my margin left doesn't work anymore. Because what do I have? Color, oh, I don't need this color white. It's included in there, save. Okay, that's fine. I could use a float, but I really don't feel like using a float. So I'm gonna do we're gonna have to do this anyway, right? So, what's it called? Form, display block, display flex. They'll go next to each other, and then flex direction column. There we go. And because it's a flex item now, my auto thing works again. And I want to make it flexbox anyway. And I will be using some grid areas on it, but not yet, because it's pretty much working how I want it to right now. I'm going to use the grid areas to rearrange it, because at the large screen sizes that will look different. But for now it looks good, so I'm going to leave it like that. And we can go on to the social media. So the social media section and my footer here. I have my footer, follow me on social media, my icons, a line, and then my copyright. So I'm going to put the line probably with the copyright. There, and then that. So let's close my contact file. I can close typography, and I can make a new file. So in my partials, a new file called footer.scss. Go to my all, copy, paste, and I'm putting in my footer. Good. I think let's just do a control or command C to stop that, and then I'll run gulp again, which should pop that open in a new tab any second now. There we go. And now my footer should be working. So footer background is dark gray. That's not the right color. Dark blue. That's the right color. Padding of 3M0. I think I had more on my footer, eh? I had more there. I'm gonna make that footer one a bit bigger. I should also put text align center. I'm going to put extend my container on here. Include container. I don't think, no I'm not, because I have my dark blue background. Never mind, I didn't think I was going to need it anyway, but I was going to do it. For my social media icons, I might include the container on those, but make it really small. Let's go take a look. I have my social icons, and so cool. Let's go and do that. So social icons, I'm not sure what I need to do on these actually. Let's just give it, yeah, I'm gonna put my container on these. So at include container, and let's give it a max width that's pretty small. 15 M even. Cool. And Then I have my .social icon for each individual icon. And this actually, display flex, beautiful, they're next to each other. Width on my social icons of, we'll do like 25%, might be a bit small. Hey, that looks pretty good actually. And then we can do a justify content space between. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Super happy with that. Except why do I have a giant gap on top? Really? Why is that so tall? Width. Let's just give this a height of 25% as well. That's more what I thought would happen. Okay, there we go. So that's looking nice. So social icons, we might as well just also on here do a margin of like through 4M0. That's screwing up what I have here. So we can just do or 4M auto. Okay, that looks pretty good. That was a lot closer though, eh? Yeah. 4M is way too big on the top. 1M, 4M, 1.25, 1.75. Good. Okay, I'm happy with that. And did I call that copyright down at the bottom? I did. So we can do a copyright. That's gonna have and before content is nada, we're going to have a display block on that, height of 1 pixel, background of it's probably supposed to be RGBA white 0.5, close enough. Margin bottom of 4M. I think that's roughly what I had, right? Like equal spacing here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's dim that out a bit more actually, like 0.25. Even 0.15. And a width of like 25%. Margin 0 auto. Oh, my margin is going to screw everything up there. Actually, let's save that. Copyright. Let's just do a margin then of 4 on the top, auto. That makes sense. There we go. Instead of 4.0, 4 auto. That makes sense. So we have 4 there. That looks, there we go. That is done. These would make more sense if they were links, right? I'm not going to make them links now, but those could obviously become links with no problem at all. And yeah, that's it, guys. It's done. So awesome. That is the site done for mobile displays. I do have to come back in and do my navigation, obviously. And I do have to come and build in my what happens when I click on my more info. What I'm going to be doing for the rest of the series is the next one will be doing the large screen sizes. So I'm going to come build all my media queries in, make things work at large screen sizes, which means if we look at all of this, this is just going to get a bigger font size. This too, the font size changes slightly. This gets rearranged. This gets a bit of a new and more interesting layout. This is going to get a more interesting layout, and we're going to do something cool with that, I think. Here, we're going to use our grid areas just to rearrange this a little bit, and the footer will pretty much stay the same. And once that is done, I'm going to do the navigation. I'm going to do one video for creating the navigation. I'm going to do another video for creating the pop-up thingies, and I'm not sure exactly where we'll fit in the JavaScript. Either I'm going to do the I think what I'm going to do is one video for the navigation followed by the JavaScript for the navigation, and then one video on creating the pop-up thingy, and then a second video on making the JavaScript for it. That is the plan right now. So if you have any input on that or want to, you have an idea of how I should approach that, by all means. And I just realized I had a typo there. So let's fix that. We're not copywriting, we have a copyright of our site. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm happy I saw that. So if you have any questions or comments, please don't be shy to leave them down below. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And of course, until next time, don't forget to make your corner of the internet just a little bit more awesome.